Alright. Let me pull up the chat on my other account. I just go from this. Hey guys! Welcome back to another Skippy VR live stream. I have something I want to talk about. I'm gonna wait till more people join actually. I'm actually gonna ping my server really quick and to watch the live stream, and then I'll start talking. At members. Ugh. Okay. What's up, guys? Dang. So you guys only care about my game. Every time I go live talking about my game, that's what y'all care about. But like, when I do girl tech related stuff, nobody cares. And that's also why I'm making this live stream. Okay, so I know like people are gonna watch the live stream afterwards because you guys are lazy chuds. But basically, I kinda quit girl tag, not really. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. So look, if you've been watching my channel, if you look at my videos, you realize that I have not been focusing on Gorilla Tag at all. If I search up my channel, actually, the last Gorilla Tag video I made was 2 weeks ago, but it's not like my normal videos. It was very rushed. If you watch like my videos from a couple months ago, I spent like so much time editing them, like just making them in general. And now I'm focused on my own VR game. I even did a face reveal, playing Rec Room even, like anything but Gorilla Tag related. And the reason why is because like, I don't know if you guys watched my Gorilla Tag won't make it to 2027 video, or the problem with Gorilla Tag, but Gorilla Tag is dying. Gorilla Tag is dying, like a lot, and Elliot just quit, kind of. G-Tag does suck now, but like, it's just crazy though, cause like, Gorilla Tag, that's the reason why, like, I was even a successful content creator in the first place. Well, not like successful, but like, I'll make a video explaining that. Most of y'all don't know the story. But anyways, a lot of lore between me and Gorilla Tag. I've had so many amazing moments. But am I quitting Gorilla Tag? Not entirely. I do have a couple of Gorilla Tag videos planned out that I will be posting very soon. Very long videos, very good videos. So I recommend please go watching them when they get released. They'll be released next month. Cause I know like when I started posting about my game, it got more views than most of my other Gorilla Tag videos, and it's basically telling you that like Gorilla Tag is dying and nobody cares about it anymore. And it's just videos, like video ideas are just hard. And what Gorilla Tag said was like, what Elliot said, right? If Gorilla Tag was like popping out again, then he would come back to it. And honestly, I would do the same. It's just like video ideas. Like, for example, think about like 2021 and 2026, 5 years apart, right? Videos were simpler back then, and now you gotta try your hardest just to like be a successful Gorilla Tag content creator, and the game is like it's falling off, so it's harder to like make videos actually have fun in the game. So that's why a lot of people are quitting and moving on to like other different types of content. And phew. And no, I'm not quitting VR. VR has been with me for over 6 years. I'm not gonna give it up entirely. I want to become a VR developer, which I already am, but like, I want to move away from Gorilla Tag. after my fan game though, I'm working on this big project that's coming to VR soon. So I feel like that'll be way more successful than Skip, my Gorilla Tag fan game, because Skip is like entirely based off like a horror Gorilla Tag fan game. If you just think of Big Scary, it's basically that. But what I'm planning for the future, like way bigger than Skip, um, is that just I don't know. Anyways, um, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, Gorilla Tag has been with me for a very long time. Um, like still I got a lot of lore that I'm not gonna be explaining on live that I'll put in a video, but it's just like crazy seeing how much Gorilla Tag is dying, and I wish it wasn't. And like if you look at my the problems with Gorilla Tag video I made, you'll see like everything that's wrong with the game from my perspective that like thousands of players can agree on, but Gorilla Tag's doing nothing to fix it. You wanna know why? It's because of VR. VR marketing. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. So like, look. I can't take this seriously. My bad. Okay, so like, Gorilla Tag, right? It's been out for over 5 years. VR itself is like falling off in a way. So that's why like when Rec Room got deleted, people were for sure that VR is gonna fall off. A lot of games aren't as fun as they used to be because like when it was newer, it was fun. That's why Gorilla Tag got so popular. It was because it was new and like different from every other VR game. But now it's overused and it's just not as fun as it used to be. And it's just like, so I'm guessing that's why they're moving to like different platforms. Cause like people who don't find VR fun or who don't play VR, they're targeting that audience, and it's just like, it's just weird. Cause like Gorilla Tag is supposed to be like a walk around with your controllers in a mobile VR in a mobile game. That's crazy, right? Is that just me? So I can't form my words right. Oh my gosh. This is why I don't do live streams that much. I can't even form my words right. That's what I suck at. And like spending countless hours editing Gorilla Tag videos for the past 4 years now. I've been doing Gorilla Tag content for 4 years. Um I don't know. It's just and Gorilla Tag has lost the plot in general. Um I'll just they're dumb mobile and Steam game. Yeah. So like I've mentioned this in my a couple of videos, but I know there are a lot of like new fans here or whatever. But like Gorilla Tag, they just lost the plot because like originally if you looked back at Gorilla Tag, it was focusing on its community. It's just revolving around a tag game with a new mechanic. Um I'm still trying to form my words, I'm sorry. Like they're just like being a cash grab. Yeah, I'll just say it like that. They're turning into a cash grab. All they care about is money. They're not listening to their community, which is why they're falling off. If they actually like locked in and listen to their community, Gorilla Tag could actually like be around longer, like, you know, not have a fall off or whatever. It could have like an uprise. I don't know what I'm saying, but you get what I mean. Um it's just Gorilla Tag content isn't fun anymore. And I don't think I've had fun making Gorilla Tag VR videos ever since like 2024, because what is super tag? I don't know. Anyways, because if you look back at my channel, I made this account in 2023 of October, and my content was based off Gorilla Tag and playing Gorilla Tag fan games. I love Gorilla Tag fan games, which is why I'm making my own and why I have so many videos on Gorilla Tag fan games. Um But ever since like 2024 to 2025, content has just been getting harder to make. And like I'm grateful for all my views and subscribers, but like my videos don't do as well as like I expected it to. Um and that's also because I'm used to like uploading on different platforms. Well, I'll spill a little bit of lore. I was more successful on TikTok than YouTube, and it's just like different because when you try to be yourself, like making your own type of videos, they can be successful. Like they can do really well, or they can just like do really horribly. It really depends on like who you are, the type of content you make. And when I brought that energy to my YouTube channel, I'd say it went successful for about a year or two until just like that creativity just wore off because I don't have fun making videos anymore. Gorilla Tag just sucks as a game now, and it's just not fun at all. And I think like going to VidCon this year gave me a different perspective on Gorilla Tag. Like not the game itself, but the community. Because at VidCon, right? Like we already know that Gorilla Tag had his whole like booth events or whatever. Um I'm sorry. Trying to form my words, bro. I gotta lock in. My bad. Okay. So like I met Lemming. He signed my VR actually. I'll try to. He signed at the top. Ugh. Wait, oh, it's right there. See that in the middle? I met him. I had a little conversation with him. Um, it was just talking about Gorilla Tag and OG stuff. When I gave him my VR, that was my Quest 2, the first VR I've ever played on. And I was like, yeah, this was the first ever VR headset I got. And that's when I started playing like OG Gorilla Tag. And he was talking about how he missed those times. But I feel like Lemming, like he loves Gorilla Tag. He'll do anything for Gorilla Tag to like make sure it's enjoyable for everyone. But I think the more developers he got, the more ideas they gave him to turn the game into what it is now. Um, when he like obviously he can get more developers. I'm not saying he's allowed to, so he can get more help on the game. But I think like he's thinking about what his developers want and not what the community wants, because the community always comes first. You got to think about what they want. Um, so like the game is enjoyable for everybody, in my opinion. And just looking at like the community, meeting some fans at VidCon, and I love you guys. Thank you for coming up to me at VidCon. I felt like a celebrity. Um, like Gorilla Tech's community is growing, but also like decreasing in a way. Most fans are leaving the community, but like younger fans are now a part of the community because they find Gorilla Tag as fun as we thought it used to be like back in the day, back in the Unk days. Um, and just like seeing the community come together, going to all these events, people showing up with like Gorilla Tag merch and all of that, and even like Lemming signing my VR, it shows like how much he appreciates Gorilla Tag and like how much the community appreciates the game. Whoever's still a part of the community, um, and it's just crazy because like it's dying, but it's also growing in a way. But it'll never be like how it used to be. You know what I mean? Like Gorilla Tag, it's never going to reach its peak again unless they do like something differently. Like, hear me out, hear me out. In my personal like opinion, I think the game is getting too realistic. I think they should change up the graphics a bit. That's just me though. That's just me. But like I feel like they're overdoing like the maps, useless updates, useless revamps. And like hear me out. If you really want to revamp a map, what if instead of revamping it, right? Like for example, mountains. The revamp was good, but what if you kept old mountains, but you extended it so you can add whatever you wanted to add? Like for example, they added a fan to the revamp. They could have just added that, like extended a part of the map to like add that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So like, you get what I mean? And there was this clip that went around at VidCon where someone asked Lemming, right, if he was ever going to revamp Forest. And he was like, no, the community would tear us to shreds or something like that because it's OG, right? So obviously like he has some sense into what the community like thinks like how Gorilla Tag should be in the future. But it's just like going downhill right now. So, to answer the question again, am I quitting Gorilla Tag? Not entirely, but I'm going to focus on different types of VR content because I don't want my account just be based off Gorilla Tag when it's not at its peak anymore. And when I'm not even having fun making videos on Gorilla Tag, I barely get on the game. I only get on to like hang out with friends or record videos. And like I used to be a competitive player, but now I suck at the game. Like I just don't play anymore. And ever since what happened to my old TikTok account, for the OGs to this channel, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like I never really had fun making Gorilla Tag videos anymore. It just like it just sucks now. I want to keep making Gorilla Tag videos, but I also want to have fun making them. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm gonna talk about. Um, I didn't want to make a full video about talking about this topic because like I'm already planning out 2 videos that I'm gonna post next month about Gorilla Tag and it's like downfall again. So yeah, be prepared for that. Please watch it. I need views on it. Please, please, please. Um, I met amazing people at VidCon. Lemming, you're awesome. The community is awesome. The game is okay, I guess. So yeah, thank you guys.